Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video, we are going to get into the new Pixie Grow palette from Ipsy Cosmetics. I'm going to do some swatches, I'm going to create a couple looks and give you guys all my thoughts on this palette. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bri and I am just a crazy lover of all things beauty and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot on indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. All right, babes, can you believe it's about to be fall? Next thing you know, the holidays will be here. It's crazy, but I am loving all these new fall releases, all these like Halloween launches. So I'm excited to get into this one. I believe this is like their fall release for Ipsy. You're about to see the most beautiful grungy color story ever. Now this palette did get sent to me from Ipsy Cosmetics, so thank you so much, Ipsy, for sending this my way. I really appreciate it. But of course, you guys know I'm gonna give you guys my honest, true feedback and let you guys know my thoughts on this palette. I will not be swayed just because it got sent to me. I always am gonna give you guys my truth on this channel. Now, I did get just a palette. There is like a bigger collection that includes body glitters as well as I think holographic glosses from what I can see on their website. You could buy the entire collection for $85 or you can buy the products individually. Now this palette right here goes for $40 and it is launching like the whole collection on September 9th at 5 p.m. AST time. I'll have all the launch info and the links for everything in the description below so you can check it out. But let me show you guys this up close. Simple cardboard packaging. I love the green. And here's the back of it. It also has like the shade names, the shade colors. Oh, I'm loving this already. And then here's the inside. There's a mirror. And then here are all the shades. Look at how gorgeous this is. It's grungy. We got greens, some oranges, some burgundies. There's a mix of shimmer, metallics, dual chromes, as well as mattes in here. And you have depth and lighter shades. You can definitely do completed looks with this color story. I just think it's mesmerizing. Even if this was not sent to me, I was gonna totally pick it up because this is my kind of color story. So either way, you guys were gonna see this on my channel because I am a stan for Ipsy Cosmetics. I really love their products and you guys should know that. If you've been watching me for a while, I've talked about Ipsy Cosmetics so much on my channel. So we're gonna see what this is all about. So I think I'm gonna create two looks and then I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts at the end. So let's get into the looks now. So I did go ahead and prime my eyes with the Kaleidos Tone Activator Primer and I did not set it. So we are gonna start off, I think, with Trickery. We're gonna go into the orange. I'm gonna mix all the colors up. So I'm gonna use the Ipsy Cosmetics brush. This is E6. This is from their Essential Brush Set. I love these brushes so much. I'll link them below. I use them all the time. But we're gonna run that through the crease and just use that as the initial transition. It's gonna add some warmth and it's gonna go well with the other colors I have in mind. Now I'm going to go into a darker shade. I'm gonna go into Woodlot and I'm gonna pack this all through the outer corner, through the crease. We're gonna get dark and smoky and we're gonna also see how these shades layer over one another. Now these shades do have a little bit of kickback in the pan, so you wanna be careful to not get like fallout. So definitely dust off the excess, but look at that, that's gorgeous. So yeah, I'm gonna stamp it here. I'm just using this little detailed brush. I just wanna be more precise with my placement because this is gonna go through the crease and everywhere. And I probably will pull the shade out pretty far for kind of a dramatic shade. I am also taking Woodlot down on the lower lash line all the way through. And I'm just like stamping it on this Ipsy brush. And I will take the orange and blend out the edge. So now I want to get into the shimmers. I am going to start off with Swamp Water, like this olive shade. It needs to be all over me. So I'm gonna take the Ipsy E10 brush and I'm gonna pick it up. It looks like one of those really smooth formulas. I am gonna wet my brush though because I like to amplify things as much as possible. And then the next look, I could probably use some glitter primer to see how they do. But I'm gonna just swipe that on towards the edge. Oh, I love olive tones. This is really pretty. There's like kind of an antique-y goldness to it as well. Now I want to get into this other shimmer. Now this one looks a little bit more flaky. It looks like it's gonna be maybe even extra foiled, and like an orange goldy green shade is what I'm guessing it's gonna be like. But you see how it picks up different on the brush? There's like more like little flakes. Those kind of shades tend to be like the most foil and impactful on the eyes, but you just have to be careful with fallout. That's why I like to wet the brush or use a glitter primer. But shades like this, I don't think you can completely avoid having shimmer fallout on the cheeks. Like you might have a little bit of specks. So I do want to add another shadow to the look, another matte, maybe a green cabin. Hopefully that won't look weird, but I feel like sitting over the burgundy shade, it will just make it more smoky. I'm just gonna put that right on the end. Yeah, you see how it almost makes it look like kind of black almost when you mix these together. I don't know, I felt like I wanted to add that on the outer corner. Now we need to finalize the look and get something in the inner corner. So I'm gonna go into Fairy Wings, this beautiful pastel shade. And I'm using the Ipsy E3 brush. And I'm gonna plop it right there. I wanna see how pigmented that is. And that if it, you know, brightens and shows. Which it is. It does seem a little bit more sheer. And I feel like it's almost looking more like a white matte than like that pastel-y mint color. And then why not put some shimmer over there and go into Mallow Fruit, this one right here. This one looks so sparkly too. Oh, a lot picks up on the brush with this one. I'm gonna spray it. This will probably bring back some more minty goodness. This is so pretty. Oh, this is gorgeous. Just kind of meshing it a little bit into the crease. Oh, I'm so glad I went over with the shimmer. I do want to use a little bit of Enchanted on the lower part because these shimmers are just, they're giving me life. I'm going to take this teeny little brush from Ipsy. This is the E2 brush. And when I pick up Enchanted, this beautiful shade right here, I feel like this might have like an orange shift to it. And I'm going to spray it. It is on the like more flaky side, so I'm going to try to avoid fallout by spraying it. And I don't know, I just want a little bit here. Oh yeah. I don't know, I just can't get enough of putting shimmers on the lower lash line. I think that's it for the shadows that I'm going to use on my eyes. So I am going to go off camera, you know, lashes, mascara, who knows if I'll add some additional details or not, but I will be right back. All right, my loves, I am back and here is the completed first look and I'm so happy with it. Look at these colors, they mesh so well together. I'm living my fall fantasy right now. It's so pretty. And I did add a little bit of detail, not much, because I felt like this look was stunning on its own. So I just wanted to like define this like arch right here. So I went in with the Adept Cosmetics, the Collective Waterproof Liquid Liner and Cow Ron. It's one of those metallic shifty liners that kind of go from green to magenta, you see? So it's just like a little line right there. Adds a little extra like magenta touch to the eye look. And then I use these little iridescent jewels in the front here that kind of reflect off the minty green inner corner. It looks so pretty. And then I use the LA Girl Jet Setter liquid liner to create a wing. I tightline with this trusty pencil. I use the Milani mascara, the highly rated, and the Wander Beauty Mile Club, or was it Mile High Club mascara together. And I also use the ColourPop liner in Joyride. It's like a reddish kind of burgundy shade. And then for my lips, I went bold because in the fall time, I love bold lippies with bold looks or even neutral looks. So I had to pair this with this beautiful like reddish brownie burgundy shade. This is also from Ipsy Cosmetics. This is their lipstick in Pelagrosa. Probably said that wrong, probably butchered that name, but it's a beautiful like vampy shade. And I use the matching lip liner. This is part of their Besame collection. These are really good lip products, so I had to pair it with this eye look. And yeah, that's all I did off camera to finish this. I love this look so much that I need to film another video with it because it's so pretty. But you guys see how stunning they are? Anyways, that was everything for look number 1. Let's get into look number 2. So I did go ahead and prime my eyes again with the Kaleidos Tone Activated Primer. Did not set it, but I'm going to get into the shade called Green Cabin. And I'm going to use this little Ipsy E4 brush. And I'm just going to tap it on the outer corner. I'm not going to bring it too far in. I just want it to be concentrated on this outer edge. And I will probably pull the shade out like I did in the first look. I'm going to go into Fairy Wings and use that to blend out the edges. I'm using a Nabla N205 brush. And I'm just going to use that to soften things up. It's a beautiful little mint. And see, it now looks more mint against this green than it did against the burgundy in the first look. It was coming off almost like a white color. Now we're gonna go on to the other green in here, Pixie Pear. This beautiful olive matte. And I'm gonna concentrate that in the front. Wow, that has so much pigmentation. Like right off the start. Wow, that is a beautiful olive matte. I could totally just see myself using that entire color all over my lid and calling it a day. So now I want to go do the lower lash line, and I want to use different colors down there. So I'm going to go into Woodlot, and I'm going to stamp that on the outer edge here. Now I'm going to use the same brush. I just cleaned it off really quickly, and I'm going to go into Trickery, and I'm going to pop that in the front portion and stamp that on. Beautiful orange. Now I'm going to use this little Nabla brush. I'm going to clean it off, get that mint shade off of it, and go into the lighter orange Brushwood and use that to just blend out the edge of the shades down here. But I am going to put on some glitter primer because I want to see how these shades will do on a glitter primer. So I'm just going to put the one from Give Me Glow all over the lid where I'm going to put the shimmer. Kind of like doing a fake cut crease. And now we are going to go into Enchanted. This shade I used very little of in the first look, but I want it to like have its moment and be all over the lid this time. This definitely has some kind of shift to it. I'll show you guys how it looks on the brush. See, it's just a little more flaky, but a lot picks up. And I just know it's probably gonna be super foiled. Oh yeah. I mean, and a glitter primer is definitely working very well for this shade and making it look very foiled. Oh, it's so beautiful. So to make the transition between this pinky metallic and the green, I do want to take a little bit of Swamp Water just on the very edge of that shade. I feel like it would just help make it look more seamless between those two colors. Yeah, see, that definitely helps. But now I want to go into the shade called Pixie Dust. This is an iridescent shade. It has like a violet pinky shift to it. It's so bright. I'm going to use that in the inner portion and just stamp it right there. Oh my god, it's so bright. And this is on the more like flaky side, you'll see on the brush. It just kind of has a little bit of flakes, but oh, it's so foiled. So we need to do a little inner corner highlight. So I'm going to take this Ipsy E1 brush, just teeny little guy right here. It's a great brush for inner corner highlights. And I'm going to go into Isabella. This one also has like a shift to it. Oh, look at that. It's like a greeny gold shift. I'm going to pop it right there. That is so pretty and so bright. I love, love, love the iridescent shimmers that was put in this palette. They just go so well with the colors in here. Just to be a little extra, we'll take a little bit of early morning on the lower part. Just a little bit. I'm gonna spray it. Oh, because this one is, I would say, the most like kind of flaky one in this palette. But man, it's foiled. I'm just popping it right here in this front portion. And for very last finishing touch, we might as well go into Mallow Fruit, the only shade we haven't used yet in this look, and use that as a big brow bone highlight. Wet it a bit. I think it's gonna go well because it has the matte mint up there too. Oh my god, this is so foiled and sparkly. It's definitely smoother than some of the other metallics, but it has a lot of sparkle in it as well. So I need to go and like work on the mattes, maybe kind of tone that down a little bit, and go ahead and like do liner, lashes, mascara, figure out what little details I may want to add, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, loves, I am back, and here is the completed look. I am truly now living my fairy fantasy. I just need someone to invite me to an enchanted forest and I would be ready to party. This is totally what I would wear if I was a fairy, but honestly, this is what I would wear now. I feel very ethereal, colorful, foresty, and I was able to use all the shadows in one look and they all just vibed so well together. So I did decide to add a little bit of extraness to the look. So I went in with some liner details. I used the Not in the Mood palette from Unearthly. This is their cake liner palette. I went into Make Moves. This shade right here, I use this shade a lot actually. It's all messy. And I did the arch, the little like line on the big wing with the green matte. And then I use these pink, like hot pink gems, like 3 on the outer edge, boom, boom, boom. And then 1 in the inner portion. I love using an inner gem. I think it looks so cool like that. And then for the rest of my look, I use the LA Girl Jet Setter liquid liner to line my upper lash line. I also use the same 2 mascaras. And I use the ColourPop shade and Charmer this time in the waterline. And then for my lips, I have another Ipsy Cosmetics lipstick. This is their one in Decio. It's kind of a, I would say like a deeper kind of mauve. Yeah, there's like a mauvey tone to it, and I use the matching lip liner. This is part of their Besame collection. Very beautiful shades in that collection, and I thought it went really well with the eye look. And I don't think I'm missing anything. I mean, I tightline with the Trusty pencil, and that was basically it for this look. I'm gonna have to film another video. I love this look so, so much, but that was everything. So now I feel like I'm ready to give you guys my like first impressions on this palette. I am so jazzed up right now. I am very excited by this palette and I feel so inspired by it. Like, I love how both of my looks came out, and I think this is such a beautiful color story. To me, this is like a perfect fall palette. Like, it was almost like they made this for me. Like, they knew exactly what colors I would want in a fall palette. It's a beautiful, cohesive, well-coordinated palette as well. All the shades go well together. Like, I was able to use every color in my eyes today, and they all mesh. You have some cool tones, warm tones, a little grunge, a little pastel. You have these beautiful iridescent shifty shades. There's a lot to work with in this palette. Now, you do have different formulas to work in here with. The mattes are beautiful. I feel like they're very blendable. They are on the like powdery side. Definitely just knock off the excess before you put them on the eyes, but they are pigmented and easy to work with. The only one that needs a little building is this Fairy Wing shade, but that's typical with like lighter pastels. It still builds up and packs a punch. As for the metallics, you do have some different formulas in here. Early Morning to me is probably the most like kind of flaky foiled one in here, but oh, it's stunning. It's like an orange, goldy green shifty shade. Enchanted 2 is a little thicker too, but it's not as flaky as this one, but it's super foiled. I mean, look at it all over my lid. It's so pretty. I think this might have like a something like gold to it, like some kind of shift. And then these iridescent ones are a little like sparkly and flaky too, but they're so pretty and vibrant and like perfect inner corner highlights to go with this palette. And then the Swamp Water to me feels the smoothest, like how I would imagine a more like traditional kind of dual chrome feeling. It's very creamy and slick and it just spreads on very nicely. And Mallow Fruit is on the smoother side, but this one definitely has a little extra sparkle than this one. But I think all the metallics in here are really pretty. The only thing I would say is I feel like these oranges, they're a little similar. Like this one is just a little lighter. Maybe if there was like a super dark orange and then like a lighter orange, I think that would be really nice. But I still appreciate having both of them in the palette, and I just love the depth in here. Everything was just really nice in this palette and I enjoyed it. And I'm not saying this just because it got sent to me. Like, this is my real thoughts about this palette. I totally would have picked this up even if it didn't get sent to me because I knew I wanted it. I love these kind of colors. So if you are looking for a new fall palette for your collection, I highly recommend this. Or if you're just a fan of these colors, I do not think you'll be disappointed with this palette. And you can do amazing, beautiful, completed looks with this. But that was my thoughts on this palette and the 2 looks that I was able to create. Hopefully I gave you guys enough info, and hopefully this video was helpful in letting you know whether you should pick this palette up or not, or gave you some look inspiration if you do end up picking the palette. But you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you gonna purchase or pass? What are your thoughts? Have you tried Ipsy Cosmetics? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun colorful makeup content, you like a lot on indie makeup and all that good stuff, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the palette and the collection linked. I will also have the launch details. It's actually going live September 9th when this video is being posted at 5 p.m. AST time, which I think that's like 4 p.m. Central time. I think they're an hour ahead of me, but that information will be below for you guys, and I will also link other Ipsy videos that I have done if you're curious about their other palettes and products. And I will also have my makeup linked in case you're curious on what I'm wearing for foundation and all of that. And I will have my contact and my social medias linked. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, being amazing. I just appreciate you guys all so much. And I just hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world. And I'm just sending you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.